that shit. I'll talk about all my dumbass
Are those
tattoos.
the seagulls that go?
The only
I mean, no, I don't know what.
we don't get seagulls down here, so you gotta forgive me.
Yeah, you gotta tell us about all the animals.
I'm Mexican.
No, I'm fucking. We'll figure it out together.
Yeah, it's recording.
I'll teach you guys
Talking
about
to the mic.
seagulls.
1 2 1 2 check
Teach
check
me
check.
about
You hear me?
Mexicans.
We good? We good?
No, the three.
Are we good there?
bird.
We good there?
No.
1 2 1 2.
I bet these
When are
are.
you?
Oh damn! Look at that chocolate.
Grab it.
That shit looks like the fucking Alps.
That's
Is it
what
on?
it's gonna look like
Chocolate
coming
shit.
out too.
Are we in there? We in
I'm
there?
into it.
Good. Cool.
Yeah.
I've been taking weird poops. Did you record that part?
Yes. We've been recording for about 2 minutes.
You want the
No, where I was like, I've been taking weird poops.
Yep, it's on there.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So that's
Your voice saying I've been taking weird poops is weird to have right in your ears.
It'd be weird if somebody else's voice said that I'd been taking weird poops. Like, how do you know? Following me around, fucking doo-doo spy. Hashtag doo-doo spy.
That's gonna
I
be
had
your
it.
next knee tattoo.
I had a roommate who was in school. He was a nutritionist, and one of the things they do is they want to know what your poops are like because they can tell you what's wrong with your diet. And
with poop.
yeah, you can look
Yeah,
at your
that's why
poop and be like, "Oh, you're eating too much corn," or
That's pretty obvious.
yeah. That's the easiest one. That's the easiest.
That's the one you
one.
don't have to pay for.
That's the easiest one. But also other stuff, like how you're doing and stuff.
Yeah.
And so his name was Walt, I think. Or Wade. His name was Wade, and it was a W. And he didn't like me at all because he was tired of hearing about my poops. I was really into it. He was like, dude, he's like, I'm in a different class now. Like,
The poop expert was tired of hearing about your poops. How much were you telling them about it?
Yeah. Sometimes I just leave them in the bowl.
Whenever you were constipated, you'd leave him on his pillow like a man.
I'm not a big constipation guy. I've only been.
So lucky.
That's not my bag.
Yeah, I've only been constipated maybe like 5 or 6 times my whole life.
I'm constipated daily.
God damn, dude. What the hell?
See,
Yeah,
is
that's
it stuff you're
legit.
eating?
I don't know because I eat vegetables. I love a good carrot
Yeah.
sometimes.
For your eyes.
Not a lot.
Not for your asshole.
What's the thing that makes you poop then? Kale. No.
I don't know. Dude.
Fiber. It's fiber.
Spinach.
Dude, I just think life makes
Life makes me poop.
Coffee. That's why I drink coffee.
Sometimes I look at stuff and I'm like, I gotta poop.
It's like, oh, geez, here it comes. Yeah, dude, like black coffee will make you poop.
Yeah.
It'll empty
Do you drink coffee
out.
every morning? 2 cups?
2 cups.
drink 5 cups a day.
Damn.
About.
5?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
And do you do stand up too?
Oh, hell no.
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 You do stand up?
I do.
You do?
Yeah.
You do stand up.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that.
I've been doing it a little over a year. Anthony, you're going on like 2.
Oh, I'm about to be 2, yeah.
I could never go up there and just talking to people.
Most people shouldn't.
Yeah. no.
that's right.
I know. Like, I'm pretty self-aware. Like,
I think though that a lot of people that don't want to do stand up might be better at it than the people that really want to do it.
Yeah.
I think that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
We could talk. I mean, I don't know what, like, the focus of your podcast, I don't know if it's about like comedy in general and like how to do it and what it's like, but that the going from having like a good 5 to a good 15 to a good 30 to a good 45, like that journey sucks and it's hard.
bet.
Because I'm just getting to like doing a solid 15.
Yeah.
But like, I remember getting my first 5. I was like, holy shit, like that felt really good. But now getting to a solid 15, I'm like, that's a big fucking jump. Like you did an hour yesterday.
Wait, when did you light me?
I lit you at 45 and then I lit you again at 55.
I didn't see the first light.
Yeah. I was having to tell people.
I knew I was up there for a long ass
Were
time.
you panicking?
No.
No.
I don't panic.
Because I was lighting from the booth. I forgot to tell everybody, like, lights coming from the booth. And it's a little hard to see up there, but that's...
You should have waited. I would have given you the nod. You should have waited. I would have nodded at you.
Yeah.
That's how you know.
Yeah, true. I should have waited, but no, I lit you again at 55, and
I knew it was long.
but I saw you were on a roll.
But it was good. It
People do
wasn't.
that, though. I got to talk about this. People
Yeah.
do that, and I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
I just,
Yes, he
I just
is.
think you
Tell him the truth.
No. I'm not mad at you, but you're fucked up. Because like people, like here's the thing, right? Is like you get to a level in comedy where like there's like these 20-minute chunks and there's going to be high points. And I know that, and there was a good crowd last night. And like, if I'm doing my thing, like I'm going to get big pops and I'm going to be on a roll, but I still want that light because that gives me a bit of rhythm going into what I want to do. And it's stupid because it really is like, it's like a blankie. It's like a pacifier. It's like my Snuggie or whatever, you know, because I kind of know where I'm at on stage with time. Like I've done it, like a lot of times I think it's funny when I call the light, you know, and I'll be like, I'm probably at 43 and I'll usually be off by like a minute or two, you know?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of wild. And that's even though that I don't know, like I don't have like a set every night, right? You know?
So you're not just doing like the same exact...
Hell no. I have a shape in my head. There's usually 2 or 3 jokes that I really want to do, things that I'm working on. Mm-hmm. There's an opener that I always do because I got to sell my shirts. And then outside of that, like then I just I'm trying to mold the material with the crowd. Like the drug shit and the dirty stuff was hitting really hard. And like, I actually was hesitant to do that water slide joke last night.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
That was my favorite.
It's a good joke. But see, I have about another, like honestly, like as we sit here right now, like I probably have in the chamber ready to go a little over 3 hours, like ready to go.
So you could do 3 hours back to back without being stopped.
3 hours of stand-up comedy, but nobody wants to see 3 hours of stand-up.
No, obviously not.
It'd be rough.
Chappelle was doing that for a little while.
Yeah, he was.
But that's Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
3 hours?
But this was like after he had gotten off of the show and everything.
Well, no, it was him and some other guy were having this contest. I think it was him and I can't remember the other comic's name. And they were like messing around and seeing who could go the longest or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't remember the other guy's name though. It wasn't Dane Cook, but it might have been.
No, wait, I think it was actually because Dane Cook did like 3 hours and Chappelle heard him and was like, fucking gonna do 3:05 or whatever.
Yep.
I'm glad that you noticed that that dirty material hit in Reno's because that's usually the material that hits the hardest in that room.
It's the late show on a Saturday night and like a metal bar. And also there's a bunch of like, I think half those folks specifically came there to see me. The other half, other people, you guys got in. Mm-hmm. That makes me really happy for you, by the way. That's dope. And it makes me really happy for me.
Thank you.
I'm still getting used to having fans.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
It's so weird. And it's super cool.
Do you talk to them? Do you DM them? I talk to
all of them, yeah.
Yeah, he talked to us last night.
They messaged
but
me.
Do you like, are they like, hi, how are you doing this morning?
People are cool
what did
usually.
You eat?
You know what the coolest thing is that a lot of my fans are other people that are in like recovery from drugs and alcohol stuff. And I get about 2 or 3 messages daily from people being like, hey man, I got like 6 months off of fentanyl and like
fentanyl.
And they're like, your jokes make my life better. And I'm grateful for that. And like when I get those messages, it like sometimes it just makes me so like proud, you know?
Yeah.
That because of it, it's funny too, because I didn't mean to do it, you know? Like,
well, what's that background, if you don't mind me asking? Like, how the hell did you go from being a functioning meth addict?
I wasn't a functioning meth addict. People always do that shit. I love that. I want to break that down real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I love when people are like, I'm a functional alcoholic. And I'm like, your wife left you, but you still have a job. I'm like, wow, aim high. You know, way to go, King. But no. Long story short, you know, methamphetamine made me feel like I could belong in the world. I don't regret it. I actually don't know if I could have made it without it. Same thing with other drugs. Alcohol made me feel like I could talk to people. Meth made me feel like I could keep up with the world. It made me, because more than I liked being high, I hated how I felt when I was sober. I wanted to die all the time. It was really bad.
So, like, would you say that you had like a lot of depression? Was it the depression?
I don't know what was going on. Until I was 12, I was terrified of my dad. He was a scary guy. And then my dad died, and I was terrified of everything else. And it's weird because I loved him too. You know, it's complicated. Yeah, it's not all the way bad. You know, and then.
We know a thing or two about daddy issues on this show.
yeah. But then like
No, Anthony doesn't though. Anthony, if I could just say, you have such a beautiful relationship with your dad.
Oh, I love my dad.
They're best friends.
I did grow up scared of him at one point. Like,
you kind of have to a little bit.
It's a Chismo thing, but I don't want to detract from saying
my kids. No, my kids. You know what's funny is like I've never put my hands on them. I've yelled like in like a very scary way at them before, and I don't know. Sometimes I think like we prop ourselves up and being like, oh yeah, we don't do this, you know? But anyway, when I was like, I remember I started getting high, I was like 13 or whatever, and started like, and I was huffing and I was drinking before that too, you know, when my dad was around. And then like the minute I started getting high, I was like, this is what I do. This is who I am. And then I started getting in trouble and I was like, all right, now we're at war. So like I felt like I was at war with society for like a long time. And then when I was 25, I woke up in front of the Capitol Theater under a tarp. There was a lady under the tarp with me. We were doing tarp stuff. And
Hashtags tarp stuff.
Yeah, no, I actually have a joke about it because I was like, I woke up. I'll just say it. What's this podcast like? Is it cool?
Yeah,
I can say whatever. Okay,
yeah, you can say whatever you want.
I was finger banging a homeless lady under a tarp. But
I thought you were gonna say the N-word.
Yeah. No, I don't say that word. Whenever I hear white dudes say the N-word, it makes me think I'm gonna have to fight somebody. It's like when I was locked up, if you were a white dude and you said the N-word, that means some shit was about to go down. Yeah, I don't know. Other people just fuck around. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyway, tarp lady.
I do a joke where it's like, because people are like, oh God, like, and I was like, in my defense, like I was homeless too. Like it would have been weird if I woke up with a middle class lady under a tarp. But yeah, and then I sought help. I didn't go to classical rehab, but I'm not going to talk about it like too publicly. But I joined like a recovery support group, and the bigger one, and that's been it for me. And then, and then I just started making a life. I was given an amazing opportunity. My life is like this. Number one is my recovery, because without that, nothing else works. Recovery, family, community, comedy. And as long as I keep that, I'm good to go. But what's cool is that my recovery is tied into my family, my community, my comedy. My comedy's tied into my family and my recovery and my community. And my community's tied into everything, you know?
It's all intertwined.
Yeah. But it's got to be that recovery first thing, you know? Because without that, like, maybe I won't relapse, but I might fight somebody, and I don't want to do that.
Damn.
So,
Well,
especially comedy, man. People want to say wild shit. People owe me money. I want to fight them.
With like your recovered brain.
I'm not going to talk about that, dude. But you know who you are if you're watching this. You owe me $600.
Oh my God.
That's your responsibility. I'm not gonna put my hands on you, but I should.
You're a big motherfucker too, man. Like if you tell somebody like that in person,
I can't box to save my life, but if I get a hold of you,
yeah, no shit. You got fucking bear claws.
I'm a good wrestler.
Yeah,
man.
you're ginormous.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm like a different species.
Actually, you're kind of like average. Mexicans are like short.
What do you mean?
He's 6'6". What are you talking about?
Isn't that average?
For white people?
What are you talking?
For white people?
No.
For
Every white person
Scandinavians,
I
maybe.
know is tall as fuck.
Ooh.
Adam.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Adam.
One.
No, I like
Continue.
Mike.
Half Mexican.
Let me put it this way, okay? When I posted that picture that we had yesterday with all the comedians on stage, Sam was in the back.
He was like towering.
I think I'm in like the 3rd percentile or something like that.
Dude, my dad, he
So
goes...
if there's 100 people in a room, maybe 2 or 3 are probably taller than me.
But are they white?
I mean, like cross section of all humanity.
Everyone? Oh.
So there's probably like 6 Mexicans, 40 Chinese folks.
No, we stop at 6'5". At least all the ones I've seen.
I probably don't
Europeans.
interact with that many white people. That's why.
No.
You don't interact with a lot of white people? Well,
But
this is good.
the owner of my job is white and he's tall.
This is an olive branch.
Yes, I brought you pan dulce.
I'm sorry
Thank
about
you.
white
Thank
people
you.
stuff.
Thank you. Oh my God. See, if white people just introduce themselves like that, like,
Sorry.
hi, my name is Bill. Also, I'm so sorry for everything that I've done. I would be so
I'm
open.
sorry for our boring food.
Yeah.
And
also nothing.
Nah, I love hot dogs, dude. Hot dogs smack.
Hot dogs are
Hot dogs are white.
Great.
Well, there's difference.
If next time I come over to like a Mexican household, I'm just gonna bring some hot dogs.
Don't you dare.
What are you talking about, dude? They're gonna love that shit.
Yeah, dude.
Don't you dare. Unless you're bringing pico de gallo with that shit.
No, we have the pico. He brings the dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want white people making pico, bro. That's
True. You're right.
Add raisins to
Stick
it.
with what you know.
Put raisins in the pico. That's pretty funny.
Dude, Sam, you do magnet fishing.
Oh yeah, I haven't gone in a while, but yeah, I did that for a long time.
I brought it up to her, and she was like, "What the fuck is magnet fishing?"
Yeah,
And then she goes,
that's like the whitest shit I do, probably.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I think
see?
honestly, I think that shit could be like cross-cultural for sure, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because like it's fun. It really is fun. If you like regular fishing, like you like magnet fishing.
I've never gone fishing a day in my
Yeah,
life.
it's so I get really strong magnets. I go to like bridges and shit, and I look for metal stuff.
When he told me about magnet fishing, I thought that you threw little magnets attached to a string and expected the fish to eat them.
Yeah,
And then you pulled them up.
A lot of people that know nothing about regular fishing and magnet fishing would think something like that. And I'm not mad at you, and I'm not even disappointed. I'm honestly kind of used to it. Like, a lot of people, dude, I'll be out doing it, right? And I'll have this giant ass rope. I'm filthy. There'll be like a rusty bike sitting next to me and like a piece of 4-foot rebar. And they'll be like, what are you doing? And I'll be like, oh, I'm magnet fishing. And they're like, you catch fish with magnets? I'm like, no, I got this bike and this piece of rebar with a magnet.
But I think that's also people that don't understand that like rivers are not clean.
No.
People be throwing shit in there that
He
they're not
was
supposed to.
saying, while you're here, you got to do the Trinity River. I was like, fuck that, dude. The Trinity River here in Dallas is like, that's crime central. Like, you're going to find a lot of guns.
People are already
Yeah.
fishing, man. Magnet fishing people. It got really popular during the pandemic because it was like a COVID safe activity or whatever.
Yeah.
And like people got after it. Now it's kind of hard to find spots that people haven't hit that much. But I got places, man, like the Willamette River in like downtown Portland, Oregon. Me and like 3 of my friends, like I have other friends that magnet fish. We went there one day, and I know this sounds like I'm bullshitting, but man, it was like 25 bikes, and we had them all in like this pile, and scooters and skateboards. I got a wheelchair out that thing, man. Yeah.
What do you do with all that shit?
Yeah.
We put it in a pile, and then we called their park rangers to come get it. They were pumped. They were like, oh, you're doing like a public service. But you know what's weird? Like with the comedy shit, right? And with the magnet fishing, is like I didn't start magnet fishing to like clean up rivers. I just like getting metal stuff. I just think it's fun, you know?
See, I would have thought that you started doing that while you were doing meth to get money.
No.
Gotta sell this
No,
copper.
there ain't shit. Nothing's worth that much. And well, here's the thing. So magnet fishing, like I didn't start doing it to clean up the rivers, but it's cool that happens. And it's the same thing with stand-up comedy. Like when I get those messages from people and they're like, dude, your comedy is helping me. I didn't start doing comedy to help people.
Yeah.
I started doing comedy because I'm like scared of people abandoning me. So
Me
like,
too.
yeah, let's go. That's what it is.
God, that's my whole thing.
Yeah. No, if you're
whole
funny,
thing
they're
is
not going to
abandoning
ask you to
issues.
leave. Like,
Yeah.
That's it, you know?
You have to be like the charming one in the room so that people like you.
Because I don't have anything else I'm bringing.
Exactly.
I don't have shit. I got pot the pieces, man.
So did you meet your wife when you were still in that, or
4 months sober when I met her. Yeah.
Okay.
And in that joke, I say she let me move in after 2 weeks, but that's not the truth. I thought it was the truth, but I don't remember shit very well.
Cause meth?
Yeah, just a lot of stuff. I have a hard time with like timelines, and I feel like when I'm up on stage, like everything I say is true, but a lot of it is made up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's like there's like exaggerations, and then I'll tell jokes, and there'll be like a person in a joke, and it's a combination of 3 or 4 things that happened, and I'll combine them into like one thing, and it's weird because like if you tell a story long enough, like that is like when you talk about a memory, like what you're remembering is you talking about the memory.
Yeah.
And But like there are like these dates and these things. Like I did meet my wife when I was 4 months sober. I did get sober June 10th, 2008. I did do a significant time locked up. I was on the streets for a long time, and my life was absolutely terrible for a long time. And also I met some of the most amazing people in the world when I was going through the hardest shit I've ever been through. Mm-hmm. And I was funny because I had to be funny, because like when they take everything else, all you got is jokes, you know, like when you're locked up or like, you know, living outside, it's like, I mean, I lived in a barn for like a year, you know.
Barn?
Yeah, like Jesus.
I don't think he did a year.
Yeah? No,
pretty sure it was a night.
Yeah.
So you are better than
I won
Jesus.
that one, Jesus. Oh, one night. Must have been rough. No, I shouldn't talk to Jesus like that. Sorry, dude. Jesus would laugh at that, though.
No,
I think Jesus had a good sense of humor.
Oh, he had to have.
Yeah.
Hey,
Are you religious?
No, sort of. No. That's my answer.
And I'm sticking to it.
I'm agnostic. So, like, I don't know.
Jewish?
What the fuck? What are you talking? Agnostic?
It's a step above atheist.
Do you know what agnostic is?
Jewish. No.
They're the original people. What are you talking about?
The agnostist.
The agnostist.
Well, I thought it was a part of Judaism.
No, agnostic means...
Hey, you know what, though?
Yeah.
You picked that up from somewhere, though, because...
I did, I think.
So there's like Jewish culture, and then there's like the religion of Judaism, and there's a lot of like cultural Jewish folks. Like it's a culture, like, and a lot of them are not practicing, and a lot of them aren't religious, but they're still like that's their identity, you know?
Yeah.
They identify as like a Jewish person, but they're not. Like they don't go to a temple or whatever.
Yeah. Like, were you all raised Catholic?
Yeah.
I wasn't really raised
Baptized,
anything.
confirmation, communion.
Yeah.
Her, yes, me, no.
Okay, yeah. So that's like
we're brother and sister, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's like it's like cultural components that even if you aren't like a practicing Catholic, like there's things that you're gonna do and
guilt
and food and guilt you're gonna have, things you're gonna eat, like foods and shit. But yeah, agnostic just means that I don't know. Like that's kind of where I'm at, you know? And I don't care.
know why I said Jewish.
I was.
It's not her
I'm
fault. She loves the
fascinated.
Holocaust.
I don't. Oh my God! I don't love the Holocaust.
Yeah,
I don't
just
love that.
neutral to it.
I don't.
That's messed up. That's actually worse.
You do this to me every time.
Holocaust.
I don't love that it happened. I love learning about it. But I started reading
What am I
the
saying?
Quran. No.
You reading the Quran?
Yeah, I started reading.
Yeah, it's
the Quran.
dope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was. They got a lot of Muslim homies. I got a lot of Jewish homies. I got a lot of different folks from all over the place. It's pretty cool being a comedian and traveling around. And I got lots of people from lots of different cultures, and they fuck with me because they know that not only do I have like an open mind, I'm also like fascinated by this shit. I love people who are different, you know? Like, it was so cool. Like, honestly, like, I've loved my time. This is my first time really in Texas. And, like, I went into San Antonio, right? I landed at the airport, and I was hungry, right? And, like, everybody was like, go to this restaurant, go to this restaurant. And I went by, it was, like, a little Mexican restaurant. It was a little bit run down, but there was hella cars in the parking lot.
Dude, that's how you know.
Yeah, hella cars, a little run down.
Oh, yeah.
That shit was slamming, right? And I looked around and saw what other people were eating, right? And I was like, okay. Like, I saw, there was like 20 people eating, right? And like 10 of them all had like this, it was like a fajita kind of like plate, and it was with some kind of pork something or other. I can't remember what it was called. And I was like, hey, can I get what that guy's got right there, you know?
Yeah.
What is it? Pork? What would that be?
Puerco.
Yeah.
No, but the tacos that
Trompo?
mom makes.
Trompo?
Probably trompo.
Yeah. It was something
Was it like
that.
a big triangle thing and they shave the meat off? That's
Yeah,
the
Yeah,
trompo.
that shit was right. I was so pumped.
Love
And then I got some, what is it, horchata? And,
Oh, my Lord.
And it was so funny because they handed me the biggest styrofoam cup.
I saw that.
See, on the West Coast, we've gotten rid of styrofoam altogether, but that shit's still hidden out here, man.
Dude, it's in its prime. We're out here like we took all of y'all's.
I forgot
and made
what it
bigger
was
cups.
like. Yeah, it's crazy. I think that's what happened. I think we put all our styrofoam on a truck and y'all melted it and just made it into giant cups.
Oh, yeah,
But
dude.
when I saw that post that you made, or that story, I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, that doesn't even look like a big cup. He's so dramatic. And then I saw
Now
you
you
now, and I'm like, oh, that cup is ginormous.
Yeah, but it's been dope because I've never been, like, the last time I came to Texas, I just went to Austin for Altercation. I did Creek in the Cave and then came back, and this time it's been awesome. It feels really good to get like love and respect from like other comics and people in the scenes, you know, that have like seen my videos online and stuff. It's just different, you know.
Well, I remember the first time I saw your truck bit, your mountain truck bit. The first time I saw that, I remember telling people, I was like, I'm going to get this dude to Dallas. I'm going to get this dude to Reno's. Yeah. And the fact that I was able to do that, dude, like, first of all, thank you.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Fucking hilarious.
It was cool.
And I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. I'm glad you enjoyed Dallas and everything. Fucking.
Can you imagine if he came and he was like, that was the worst thing that I've ever done?
That's what I was afraid of, dude. I was stressing.
That's not in the realm of possibilities. You got to remember that, like, before I'm a comic, I'm a human being. And if you look at, like, who I am as a human being, I'm essentially a person that's very grateful to be alive. And, like, you know what's funny? I'll tell you something, man. Even if the show did suck, like, I as long as I knew that you tried your best, whatever. Yeah. Like, I try my best all the time, and still sometimes I'll do shows and there'll be hardly anybody there at all. But, like, that's like a new thing for me, because I used to get so upset all the time because this wasn't working or this wasn't working. But it's stupid if you're going to work as hard as I work and then to beat yourself up on the back end because some shit doesn't work out when you're busting your ass. It's fucking dumb, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, that's the deal, man. And, like, the hotel room was great, too.
Thanks, man.
It was cool. I called my wife, and I was like, this room's so big. She was so mad at me. I called her, and I was like, listen, look, I'm going to start walking from one side of the room, just walking at a regular pace. And I was like, 1, 2, 3, 4,
and they're not little
5.
steps.
I'm like, I'm there. That's how long it took. Get across this damn hotel room.
You're big as fuck, too, so those are long strides.
I walked a little slow. I was trying to flex a little bit.
But no, I mean, I'm not going to name the comedy club because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. But whenever you told me that, hey, this comedy club hit me up, let me get back to you, I remember being like, fuck.
Which club was it? It doesn't matter.
We can bleep it out.
All right, yeah, we'll bleep it out. Hyenas.
Oh, yeah. No, they didn't get back to me.
Yeah, exactly. That's why whenever you told me that they hit you up, I remember being like, fuck, I'm going to lose out on a big opportunity.
I think they commented on something, but I think what they had was like a feature spot or something. I think that's what it was. Like, yeah, shout out Hyenas, man. They were cool. It's just, and they get it too. It's all good. You don't have to bleep it out.
Yeah.
Like, you got to, like, this is a thing that I want newer comics to know, is that, like, we're dealing with, we are a commodity. And we're commodities with different values. Like, I'm much more valuable commodity because I can do much more time at a high level. I can do a really good hour anywhere in the country right now. And I can draw, which is actually even a bigger commodity, right? So I can get people out, I can draw, I can fill time, and you can build your brand, like, around me a little bit, you know? Like, that's what it is. But another thing that you got to watch out for is, like, we're competing with each other in this way. And it's tricky because we're competing on different terms, right? Because when you're a newer comic, you just want stage time, right?
Yep.
And but you also, newer comics, it's always going to be like this. They fuck the money up because they want stage time so bad, they don't care if they get paid. And then because they're newer comics and it's not that they're bad. It's not like that at all. Comedy's subjective and it's hard and it takes a long time to get good at it and all that shit. But what happens is because they're not at that spot yet where they can command a room, the show quality plummets, and then the venues are like, we're not going to do comedy anymore. But luckily, there's new venues all the time. And like the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, right? And like, there's always going to be new comics. There's always going to be new shows. There's always going to be new headliners. There's always going to be people like me that are on the way up. There's always going to be some old school dude that can't draw like he used to, and he can't figure out the internet shit, and they're on the way down. You know, it's like, this is like, there is so many moving parts, and it's nice that we just get to focus on like, what's my move? Like, what's my next move? You know, and you made a move last night.
Appreciate it, man. I remember you said something pretty profound yesterday that I really took in pretty well, because you were saying like, we're in a comedy boom, and they call it a boom for a reason.
That's just gonna blow up eventually. Yeah,
because eventually it's gonna subside, and then the people that are really in it for the craft are gonna stay with it. Yeah, but the people that are in it for like, you know, clout or fame are just gonna fizzle out.
I think places like Austin are going to have to deal with that.
That's scary, because that's all they market, really. Like,
there's going to be it sucks, and maybe I shouldn't talk about it, and people might feel a certain way, but like, the shit is not sustainable. Like, there's not enough people in Austin, and I have no doubt there's like so many comedy super fans that are there. Maybe they moved there because they love stand-up comedy, but like there's just too much right now, you know.
It's so saturated.
And it's so funny because I have all these friends that are like, I'm moving to Austin. I'm moving to Austin. I'm like, all right, man. Like, more stage time for me. Northwest, you know. That's like, most headliners leave the Northwest, and man, I got a great thing going out there. Like, I just kind of do my thing, you know.
That's awesome.
You get to build up your name and everything out there.
Well, the other thing too is that I could literally so the last 6 months has been like the real crazy like national stuff that's worked out for me. But like, I've been doing it full time for like a year and a half, and like, going down to San Francisco, you know. San Francisco is like 12 hours from me, basically, you know. So I'll stop in like Medford and do something, you know, which is like 6 hours, and then going out to Colorado, Denver. Yeah, I love that shit. Montana, it's dope.
Do you book your own shows, or do you have someone doing them for you?
Yeah, I have a booking agent now, and we're working stuff out. I'm actually going to meet him in Spokane on Saturday. I have a show in Spokane.
Where's that?
It's Washington. Like Eastern Washington.
Wait, so you're in Dallas. You're about to go to Houston. What's after Houston?
I fly to LA on
and that's the
I fly to LA at 6 a.m. tomorrow. I'm at the Comedy Store tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, shit's crazy. Yeah.
So,
I'm in the Belly Room, and then I do 2 shows in San Diego, and then I fly home.
Oh, wow. So are you nervous about the Comedy Store? Is that your first time going there?
Yeah. You know, I'm honestly just going to keep it really low key. I'm going to go in there and let my comedy speak. I'm not going to like, if I see people that are like well known, like if I see, there's certain comics that if I see them, I'm going to say what's up, because
I would be like, oh my God, total fangirling.
Yo, you know, do you guys know who Eddie Pepitone is?
I've heard the name.
Yeah,
he's old school. Like, he does a bunch of voices. I think he does a voice on, so Eddie Pepitone, Ron Lynch, Ben Roy, God, what's her name? Kate Willette. They were at Altercation in Austin yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And I headlined the late show there, and I had one of the better sets. I did really well. And Eddie Pepitone came up to me and was talking to me about comedy. And that's like one of those moments that's like going to stick with me forever.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because he's somebody I look up to so much, you know? So I'm all getting in my feelings. That's going to happen.
We cry a lot on this podcast. It's okay.
Oh, okay, cool. I cry on my podcast all the time. Jess will love this. I'm going to call my friend Jess. I have a podcast called The Tarp Report with Jess Anderson. Yeah. I wasn't trying to plug it. I don't care. But if you listen to it, it's cool, whatever. Listen to it. But yeah, it's dope. I'm grateful that I've getting these opportunities. I'm grateful that I'm on this podcast. This is fun, you know. You guys are cool.
Thank you. I want to ask you about, because I'm all about romance.
Yeah.
And like, so how did you tell your wife that you loved her the first time?
Oh my God.
And how was the sex for the first time, if you don't mind me asking?
What the fuck happened to the romance?
Fucking Mexican.
That's romantic.
You're always asking weird ass questions.
I think that's romantic.
I don't know.
Oh my God, I totally put you on the spot.
No,
We're gonna clip this
nobody's
part.
ever asked. No. Nobody's ever asked me how sex was the first time with my wife.
You're welcome.
For what?
It was pretty cool. Yeah, I'm trying to think back.
How long ago was it?
Well, how long have y'all been together?
Yeah.
Ooh. We've been together a long time, like 14 years.
Nice.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
I have a 12-year-old and a 10-year-old.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Yeah, it's the best.
No, they're assholes.
Yeah. So are mine, but it's still good.
Boy and girl, two boys.
Two boys.
Hell yeah.
She's got all boys. She's
I'll
got
tell you
5.
this. There was a moment. I love her more every single year.
Not every day.
Not every day, but every year overall. I love her more every year.
It adds up.
I miss her like crazy right now. I want to go home really bad. It's just, this tour has just been like that. It's been so emotional because I had the album come out last week, and I was on a Midwest tour before that. Like, I did an 8-day Midwest tour, and like, this was supposed to just be Texas. Like, I should be flying home tonight, like late tonight. But I got that opportunity at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, you're not going to say no to that.
No. Yeah, I'm not. But that's what it is, though. Sometimes that shit's out of my control. But there was a moment when I first started doing stand-up, it was really scary for a second. You'll love this. The first time I did an open mic, I did pretty well. But I got off stage and I was like, I'm going to lose my marriage over this. Like, I was so scared. I was terrified because like, I was like, this is a compulsion. This is right now, this is a compulsion. It's going to become an obsession and then it's going to be an addiction. But what's crazy is that right before, like 2.5 years ago, right before it became an addiction, it became a career because I quit my other job. And so now it's cool that I
now it's fine.
do
Like,
comedy.
it's cool.
Yeah, it's my job. Like, you know what's funny is like, even what we're doing right now, like, I love this shit. This is part of my job. And I got to drive to Houston. That's part of my job. I got to make a social media post on my way to Houston talking about the Comedy Store stuff, trying to push that. That's part of my job. I got to talk to the booker. It's part of my job. I don't have a hotel room tonight because I'm flying out at 6 a.m. I drop my rental car off at like 11:30 tonight after the show.
Christ, that's a
I'm all
lot.
sweaty. I got to change my clothes in a nasty ass bathroom somewhere probably. I'm like,
But you love it.
No. Well, how could I love some shit like that? I love being on stage and telling jokes. That's what I love. I'm low-key fucking with you. I do love it. As a whole, I love it.
You make everything, you romanticize everything.
I
It's
do.
so funny.
Cool.
That's what Mexican women do. They just romanticize the shit out of everything.
It's the novelas, man.
Yeah,
They poison their
Low-key,
brains.
it's good energy.
It
Because
is.
I think I'm the same way.
Oh, you're like a
I think
Mexican
there's
lady
a
at heart.
Mexican woman within me.
Let's name
In
her.
there.
Yolanda?
Marie.
No, how
Why not
dare you?
Yolanda?
What?
What's wrong with Yolanda?
Are you serious?
You don't mention Yolanda. You don't mention that name.
Ever.
Yeah.
Why?
Wow.
How dare you? She
What?
killed Selena.
Yeah, she's.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
He's
Yolanda.
trying to put you on some shit. Like,
Yeah.
he's trying to
Sorry.
sabotage
I
you right now.
apologize.
Yeah,
I'll be honest, like, I like a lot of Selena music, and my wife loves it, and
Hell
that
yeah.
was messed
Yeah.
up, dude.
I'm sorry. I truly apologize.
Yeah, he
See,
fucking
that's
forgot.
my inner Mexican lady that's
Where's
in
my
there.
razor
She's
blade?
really mad at you.
Where's my razor blade? I'm gonna fucking cut myself.
Yeah, Yolanda is like the one. Like you don't
That's
meet.
Baltimore right there.
You don't meet young
Baltimore.
Yolandas. You meet old Yolandas.
Yeah.
Or Yolis.
She's about to get out of the jail.
I think she's already out.
No way. Because we're supposed to go up to her house and beat her ass. And I
right.
haven't gotten the
The
notification.
fuck is this
You
weed?
think somebody will kill her?
Probably.
I hope so.
Yeah. No, we don't.
We were being honest, probably.
That's awesome.
Because Selena was like our national treasure, bro.
Yeah.
She was something else.
If you get the pig or the white one, I'm gonna be so mad at you.
What?
Why, dude? The pink one's the best one.
Yeah.
No, the pig.
Oh, the pig.
Have you
pig,
ever
the
tried
best
the
one?
pig?
No.
It's like a cinnamony. It's like ginger.
I had one. I'm serious. Like, I went to a bakery one time because I'm all about like new foods, and I tried it, and it wasn't for me. But the last time I went to a little Mexican spot in Indianapolis, and I found these little candies, and they were like really simple. They were like, it was just like
Strawberry.
no, they were like caramel kind of deal. I don't know. It was really good though.
Yeah, you got to do. Whenever you're in Texas, you got to do Mexican food.
You know what tripped me out? Check this out. Puerto Rican food, right?
I have no idea.
So check this
Platanos
out.
and-
I thought that Puerto Rican food would just be like a kind of like a different kind of Mexican food. And that was really dumb of me. Totally different. Because my friend Jay Ruby, right? He's this Puerto Rican cat. We used to work together. And I'm in Chicago. And he was like, dude, he's like, you have to get Puerto Rican food while you're there. Because he's like, I can't do it. Because there's just not a lot of Puerto Rican food in the Northwest. There's not a lot of Puerto Rican cats in the Northwest. And I went there and that shit was amazing.
Is it good?
Yeah, and I eat a lot of Korean food. That's like my other like obsession.
Oh, kimchi.
Yeah,
I love Korean food.
Yeah, Korean
Puerto
food
Ricans
slaps.
hate Mexicans.
Why?
Because we hate them.
Oh, okay, that's it. Oh, yeah.
So it's even.
That's
It's
the-
balanced.
It's not like that no more, though, is it?
No, not really. We fuck around with each
mostly
other.
for fun.
Yeah.
Honestly.
No,
We gotta.
my friend, she went to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And they like were mean to her there. The
but you
locals,
gotta
maybe because we were there and we're not supposed to be. You know what I mean? Because the
They can
locals are
tell-
like.
they can tell by like your accent and
But
everything.
you know how they really offended her? They were like, because she was like, I'm Mexican. She was drunk.
They called her Yolanda.
Oh, that would have been on and popping. No, but then one of them was like, oh, I didn't expect that you know how to dance.
Oh, really?
That is the worst thing that you could
that's
say.
just a solid backhanded compliment. I like that.
Yeah, dude. To a Mexican?
So you would say Puerto Rican food is better than seagull eggs?
I never ate seagull eggs. That's a rumor. I had a guy one time, this comic I was working with, and he was standing next to me while I was selling merch, and this dude came up to him and told him he was on the precipice of being funny. It still makes me laugh. That shit was hilarious, man.
No, because Adriana brought up your seagull tattoo. I didn't even know you had that, and that's the coolest fucking
Yeah,
shit.
it's pretty cool. Yeah, I got that in Portland. Dude, Kruger.
Right on the fucking kneecap, dude. That shit.
Yeah, it kind of hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
surprised.
'cause I have one
And then
on
that's
the
my
kneecap.
dog. That's Jazzy Girl on my leg.
Hell yeah.
Adorable.
Yeah. I might get a tattoo when I'm in San Diego.
That looks like Debbie
Dummy.
She's half Chihuahua. She's half Chihuahua, a half
from her.
wiener dog. She's a Chiweenie.
Oh.
Yeah, she's great. I miss her a lot.
Oh, she's still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not in memoriam.
Oh, well.
It's in celebration.
That's usually what people do when their dog's dying.
Well,
there's
when
no
she
dates
dies,
on it.
And she
I'll
looks
be ahead of the
old.
game.
Oh.
That's just because my leg's old, because I'm 40. I got old
At
legs.
the bottom, you'll just put R.A.P.
Yeah, I will when she dies. It'll be Jazzy, and then I'll get a new dog. Which is, it's sad that dogs die, but it's
Yeah.
also nice because they're all pretty great. So you can just be like,
Next.
yeah, not like that, not all
Yeah, I
hard.
don't know, dude. Not all dogs are great. I fucking hate Chihuahuas.
Really?
I hate Chihuahuas.
Hey, you gotta get them. You know,
You
if
gotta-
it's your Chihuahua, it's awesome.
It's because
Yeah.
how are you going to like, because I have a mutt and a pit bull.
Yeah.
And I'll like give them a little pow on the booty if they're like acting up.
Yeah.
But how are you going to hit a Chihuahua? So they're spoiled.
Flick
It's
'em.
easy.
Yeah, you flick them.
You flick your
No, I don't
dog?
flick my dog. No. She's chill. She bit the cable guy. But honestly, that dude gave me the worst vibes. I was like,
So it's like, I understand.
yeah, she bit the cable guy. She bit a couple people, but she can't really bite hard or anything. She's
Just like gnaws.
Just nips.
Or like nips.
yeah. She can't do any damage.
Yeah.
And she bit the neighbor kid. She's bit a lot of people.
One of my dogs bit our neighbor.
You started naming off like, oh, she hasn't bit that much. Ah, she has bit a lot of people.
When they bite your neighbor, that's the worst. Because, like,
the neighbor's kid.
Yeah, they got these twins, the neighbor. They're really funny.
They had really bad vibes too, though, huh? The kid?
No, they're all fine.
Well, that's probably why.
No, you know what's funny is that the neighbor has these twins, and they're like, they play sports together, and they're getting really good. They're like so young, but it's funny because they'll like huck this football back and forth. And I think it's because they're exactly the same. And so like they're like the perfect opposition. Yeah. So they're going to get really good at sports because they're always going to be playing against somebody exactly the same size and weight.
Dude, it's like, you do see a lot of, I don't know if you watch NFL and all that other stuff, but like, I mean, you do see a lot of brothers in like the NFL and the NBA and all that. I mean, the only thing that sucks is Giannis and his brother that are on the same team, the other Antetokounmpo, because Giannis is a fucking freak.
I know. I like the NBA a lot.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I love the NBA. I like football, right? But I really love the NBA.
Who's your favorite team?
I listen to a lot of NBA podcasts. I don't have a favorite team. My favorite team is the Sonics, and they're gone. I don't have a favorite team, and I won't have a favorite team until the Sonics come back. But I have favorite players, and I like Giannis, dude. I love Wemby, dude. It's so fun to watch, dude.
He's a fucking freak, dude.
It was so fun being in San Antonio and like talking to people like Spurs fans because they're so pumped. Yeah. Are you a Mavs fan?
I am a Mavs fan,
dude. That run with Dirk, what is it, 2011?
Oh my god,
Dirk and Jason Kidd.
That felt so good.
Jason Kidd changed his game, started shooting threes and shit.
I mean, now having Luka, it's like holy shit, dude. Like we can do it again. Because Luka's a fucking freak of nature.
Not with Kyrie, you can't.
No, Kyrie's fucking stupid.
He's going to get wild. He's going to say some wild shit.
Iverson. Where
Allen Iverson, Philadelphia 76ers. That was my favorite.
He still plays it?
No.
Yeah, he's having a weird year. He's like
retired.
60.
He's 60?
Yeah.
Playing?
No, he's old. No, he doesn't play.
No, he doesn't play.
You're
He
so
hasn't played for a while.
He was my favorite.
That's the only
player.
time I'll do it.
He was so many people's favorite player.
Yeah, he was
like,
I growing up with and everything because of him when I was.
Yeah.
I was always the number 3 and everything.
Wanted to get cornrows.
So, but he's not 60.
No, he's like in his 50s.
Can you get cornrows? I'm looking at your hair.
No, not anymore, dude. I used to be able to when I was younger.
Oh yeah, you got the channels on each side.
Yeah,
he's 20. How old are you?
You got that horseshoe bald.
Yeah, I'm that horseshoe bald now. I'm 27.
You look like Bill from Guess Who.
See, now like with the mustache and everything, like this old dude told me, he's like, you look like Dick Dastardly.
Dick Dastardly.
Yeah, exactly.
That's sick, dude.
Like, that's old people shit.
Yeah, I was hanging out with my friend Zach Moss, this comedian, and he has like his beard is so out of control. And I don't know why I told you that. I was trying to be interesting on the podcast.
Shout out Zach Moss or whatever.
I've run out of things to say. I'm getting tired of just staring at these pastries.
Dude,
like,
you can get one.
I don't want to.
Why? Are you on a diet?
No, sort of. I don't know.
There's donuts behind them.
Yeah.
Grab a donut.
I don't want to die yet.
Heyo.
You're always in comedy mode, dude.
Did you see last night when I did that stupid thing where I was pretending to be my knee? And I was like,
shit,
nailed it. And everybody got mad at me. I said some dumb shit last night. I was trying to write on stage.
Yeah, I was fucking like, I mean, me and Ricky were up in the booth and we were just fucking dying.
I said a lot of dumb stuff.
You did a lot of Deluxe exclusives.
Yeah.
I did 2 Deluxe
But when you got down low, when you got down low.
on the semi-truck bit?
God damn, that was so
God.
funny.
I always get a big pop at that.
I thought we were going to have to help you get back up.
You know what's weird is it's a stupid joke, but it's hard to do. Like when you really think about if you like breaking down joke structure, like the setup is essentially like that I'm big and that I have sex different. And me and my wife like to role play. And then the punchline is just like, I like to pretend I'm a truck. And then it's just an impression of a semi-truck. And like talking about like truck culture, you know, and I'm getting better at it, you know, because I know a lot about trucks now because the only people that drive more than me are fucking truckers. So
that was a good one though.
That shit killed.
That was the joke that introduced me to you, like dead ass.
That was the joke that changed my career.
Yeah.
That was a joke that got me on Bob and Tom. That was the joke that got me out to Maine. And like, it's so weird with this shit too, because like everything builds like, I don't want to be one of those dudes that just like flexes all the time, but like a lot of like this shit is what it is. Like going to doing comedy at the Comedy Store. Like I'm in the belly room. Like it's not like the main room, and it's a show somebody else booked, but I'm still going to be at the Comedy Store. I'm going to have a picture of me out in front of the Comedy Store. It's crazy. Yeah. Like it's crazy that I get to do this shit, you know? But like what happens is that you're like building up this foundation. So now I got like online success, Bob and Tom, #1 album on iTunes, and like my foundation gets bigger, and then it allows me to kind of like believe in myself more, which when I do that, like it's easier to talk to comedy clubs, you know?
Yeah.
Like I haven't really done much. Like I'm booked pretty solid through April.
Oh wow.
Right now. Like I think.
But that's not like the tour, or is that the tour?
No, I mean it's like when I say like through April, that's what I mean. Like my calendar is like through like April. Like it's like I have
every
comedy.
Weekend.
Yeah.
And
actually, you know what? Yeah, in half of May. So I have no idea what that one is.
That's crazy.
Oh, look, that's going to be tight. Most of May.
Holy
so
shit.
I'm booking like...
So you're booked almost halfway through 2024.
Yeah, I got May 10th and 11th is open. I don't think... Dude, March 1st and 2nd is open.
So when do you go home?
Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so... Yeah, I'm booked. Like that's what all those yellow things. Those are all shows. So
and then like people want like
do that shit.
Can't wait to get there.
Yeah.
You know that's crazy. I want to ask you too.
You
like
know, real quick, let me address that. Getting there. Might get emotional when I say this, but like
cry.
No matter. Yeah. Thank you.
Jesus Christ, I didn't.
Dude, it's so awesome.
You always want to extract tears from our fucking guests. You goddamn sadist.
I'm a Cancer.
You are a Cancer. Cancer on this fucking podcast.
No, she makes this podcast.
Thank you so much. I'm glad somebody's recognized.
Yeah. Have you ever heard that thing like wherever you go, like there you are?
Yeah.
Like that's the thing is like when I was where you guys are at, I wanted to be like featuring all the time at these clubs and shit.
Right.
And I got there and then I wanted to be headlining the clubs. And now I'm headlining the clubs and I want to headline bigger clubs. Like, you gotta just be grateful. Mm-hmm. You know, we're lucky. There are so many people in the world that would love people to listen to them. You know, there's somebody up and down walking the street right out there right now that probably has a great idea, but nobody will ever hear it because they won't listen to them. And we're up there being like, "Oh, my wiener's weird," you know, like
my wiener is weird.
You know, I got weird dick. You know, I got a weird dick. You know, and like somebody out there could like solve global warming, but instead. Hey, let's talk about our weird ass dicks. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, of course.
Weird dicks, man.
I do have a weird dick for a Mexican.
Yeah, I got a weird dick too, man.
Yeah.
My shit looks like a question mark without the dot. It looks like a tired shrimp.
Tired shrimp?
Yeah, it looks like a...
No, I'm saying mine's weird because
my shit looks like a semicolon.
Why is it all punctuation?
This is what it is.
Circumcised?
Huh?
You're circumcised?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Catholic. Yeah, Catholic, too. Oh, yeah.
I think
don't make that face.
I think the uncircumcised community doesn't get the love that they should.
The uncircumcised community?
Fine. They're all
right.
Fine.
Yeah.
They're hated on.
Nobody cares about our dicks.
No, nobody gives a shit about dicks.
Exhibit A. They
Except
lop
the
off a part
bitches
of
that
it
are
as
down
soon as
there
we're
sucking
born.
it. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, I never thought
what
about it
half
like
of society?
No, I'm saying.
Dick suckers are half of the society. Women.
No, I think it's more.
Well, actually, that's not true. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, a lot of non-binary folks suck
Okay,
dick.
so see, like even more people.
Yeah.
You detracted from his emotional moment talking about dicks.
Now we're on
I,
dick sucks.
I actually didn't get that emotional. Yeah.
You teased me.
You saved me because you were like, cry. It was perfect, man.
I love the uncircumcised dick community.
That's good. That's good.
That's my new hashtag.
Yeah.
No, it's not. It's too long.
I gotta represent for my people.
It's good.
You're uncircumcised?
I feel like they get a lot of hate.
I don't think so.
Not really.
It's less hate than.
Are you in a
having your dick
relationship?
chopped off.
Yeah, I've been married for 14 years.
You've been married for 14 years?
Well, with him.
Huh? With him, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And he's uncircumcised.
Cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Now
Shout
I know
out,
something
dude,
about
I
my
don't
brother.
know, but I know the
Now I
general
know
shape of
something
your
about my
penis.
brother-in-law.
Yeah. Cool. Now you know that too. Your bro-in-law?
Yeah, that's my brother-in-law.
Uncircumcised, dude.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. That's why she's trying to support.
Congrats,
Yeah.
John.
Yeah, John. John, if you're watching this, I want to
And
let
he
you know.
is.
that I think you got a cool pecker too. Like,
Sorry, babe.
yeah. So everybody knows.
Okay,
I just
so
got regular pecker.
Regular?
Yeah, I lied about the question mark thing. I was just trying to be funny.
Oh, man.
whatever. He
Yeah.
said it was such like gusto. It's
Yeah, that's
it's
why
true.
I'm funny. It's because I say dumb shit with confidence. That's like the secret to my comedy
Comedians
career.
are just really good at lying.
Yeah. I just like saying shit. Sometimes I say shit just to see what people do. You want to hear something wild? So I worked for the Forest Service. I made a shitload of money one year. I went to New York, right? I was in New York and I would hang out at these bars and people would ask me what I did. You know, we'd be talking, right? And I got tired of telling people I was a wildland firefighter. I used to fight forest fires.
Oh, shit.
I started telling people that I worked at SeaWorld. And that, they'd be like, what'd you do at SeaWorld? And I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. I get all weird.
Not allowed to say.
I told them that I would be like, listen, you know, there's the dolphins that they let you see. And then there's these other ones that they don't.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I work with like problem dolphins. I said, dolphins are very smart. They're like people. You know? And there's good ones. There's bad ones.
Oh, I thought you meant deformed.
No. They're like, I was like, they're bad dolphins. And that's what I specialize in. And I try to rehabilitate these dolphin criminals and get them back out. You know, and people be like, really? I'm like, yeah, man. It's crazy because nobody knew who I was, so I just make shit up. You know?
I love that people fucking believe shit like that too.
Yeah.
Well, there has to be.
Well, what are they gonna say? You're a liar.
Yeah. I'd play weird songs on this jukebox and I'd be like, I wrote that.
That's me.
Yeah, that's me. That's my whole band. Yeah, let's do something crazy. It felt good. I tell people that I was like sober. I used to do that a lot. That's like my favorite tweaker shit to do is tell people that I had 2 weeks clean, knowing that I had been up for like 4 days. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing good. I used to tell my probation officer. Shout out Leslie Gillian, my old probation officer. I wonder how she's doing.
Shout out
Dude, I
Leslie.
thought I had that shit figured out, man. I went in there and I was like, I was spitting game. I was like, yeah, I've never been better, getting a lot done. Grateful for my recovery. And then she was like, report for a UA, and I was like, shit. I went to the mall and I got that like the bullshit juice or whatever, the detox juice.
Dude, that shit does not
Slammed
work.
a bunch of niacin, yeah. And I had to UA by 5 p.m. Took my shit at like 4:59. I'm just beat red from the niacin, just like my whole body just itches. I'm like,
Oh my god.
and then like I still pissed hot for meth. And then it was stupid too because I never actually caught a charge for methamphetamine. It was all like weed shit. I got locked up for weed and resisting arrest because I always fought the cops.
You're locked up for weed in Washington?
Yeah, this is 2001, you know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It wasn't been legal for that long. But I never
You
gotten
resisted
caught with
arrest?
Yeah, you gotta resist arrest.
But that bod.
Yeah, if you're that
resist
big,
Yeah.
you're like, I can do it.
I actually had a joke back in the day about I would catch a charge for like I'd be in jail for resisting arrest, and I'm like, well, I didn't fucking resist it that much. Shouldn't it be attempted resisting?
Lower charge.
Yeah, seriously, what the hell? But it was weird because like I never caught a charge for meth, and then one time I was like I pissed hot for meth. I failed a UA for meth, and then the prosecutor who was trying to keep me locked up, he was like, you know, Sam, like we've heard from multiple law enforcement agencies that he hasn't gotten caught, but he is in fact a violent criminal. And I was like, fuck you, man.
I just want to chill.
Judge Dubison did not like that.
Oh my God.
No, you need to watch your language in my court. I've given you so many chances. Not this time. And then I got locked up.
That's crazy how you remember that judge's name.
Yeah, Judge Stills and Judge Dubison. I'll never forget those cats because they locked me up. The 10 worst days of my life, 5 of them were in that courtroom in front of those 2 motherfuckers. I shouldn't have went to jail for as long as I did. It was bullshit.
How long was it?
There was a couple stints. All in all, I did a couple years over time. So nothing more than a year. I never went to prison. I went to Yakima jail. Actually, I want to talk about that before I go. That's the first time I was ever around like hella Mexican folks. It was crazy. It was in the Yakima jail.
Oh, yeah.
Because back in the day, they had a bunch of people on federal holds. It was INS before ICE or whatever, and all the different counties would send everybody to the Yakima jail, and then they'd go on a bus to Seattle, and then they'd fly people to Mexico. And so like half the cell block was people, it was mostly Mexicans, some Central American cats too. And
just waiting to get deported.
Yeah. And it was fucked up because when you're locked up though, right, is like, there's like a balance. There's like a pecking order. But like every 2 weeks, half the cell block would be gone, right? Oh, shit. And this is another thing too, what's crazy is that everybody was mixed together, right? So you had like some legit like bad dudes, like some like cartel cats and shit like that. But then you also had like Johnny Blow, Dingo, construction worker dude who had literally been in the country since he was 4, but he got a DUI, you know? And you know, he didn't got the documentation. I learned a lot about that shit. I had a dude in there, his name was Israel Romero. And it was really important to have somebody like that because he spoke Spanish and English. So like when you're my size and you're 19 years old and you're in Yakima jail was messed up. It was really scary. It was a violent place. And when you're my size, it's not good. No. You want to be like, because you're a target. You don't want to be too big. You want to be right in the middle, right? And it was crazy. When you got into the cell block, all the Mexican cats, like over half the cell block was Mexican. They'd all stand on the second tier. And when you come in, they'd go, "Culo," like super loud. And like I knew it was going to come because my cellmate in Thurston County told me they were going to do that shit. But there was a dude on my chain. He hit the bitch button. There's like this intercom button to get out. He's like, I gotta go. I was like trying to be tough. I was scared shitless. I was like, God damn, man.
That's so funny because I picture you just being this size at 19 walking in, and then all the Mexicans surround you like the munchkins.
Bro, there was a dude I was locked up with that was like low-key like Guadalajara, like Golden Gloves. And he was like the tiniest dude, but he ran that fucking place, dude. Nobody would cross that motherfucker.
It's the little Mexicans you gotta worry
dude,
about,
he used to shadow box, dude, just like fucking around and just running up the stairs. And I've never seen some shit like that in my life. I was like, God, I was like, even if I got a hold of that dude, I would be so scared. He'd just hit me in the kidney and make me want to die.
Yeah.
You know,
it is funny.
Fucking liver shots are no joke.
Yeah, but that was the first time, like, but you know what was cool is that dude Israel, we got along because I used to listen to a lot of heavy metal music, and me and him got along on that shit. But then, I learned some shit from him because, like, he was a construction worker, and one day he was so sad, and I was like, dude, what's up? Because we always hung out and played dominoes and shit, and he was almost in tears, and I was like, dude, what's going on? And he said it was his daughter's birthday. Oh, my God. And then he had gotten this DUI, and it was his daughter's birthday. And he was really sad. And And then he's like, yeah, and like next week, I'm going back to Mexico. And he got this big smile on his face. And I was like, dude, aren't you worried you're going back to Mexico? He's like, fuck no. He's like, I'll be back in a week. Because he had money or whatever, so he can just let people help him get back across or whatever. So he didn't give a fuck.
Oh my
dude,
God.
if you can make it up that far,
shit.
if you can make it up that far north, you can fucking stay. Like, that's my
Honestly,
policy.
yeah.
Oh shit, for real? You were in fucking Yakima.
Yeah, like if you can make it that
Do you know
far.
about Yakima at all?
No, it's just so far up north.
Yeah, it is. It's wild. There's a lot of
I'm not impressed when people make it to like Laredo. It's like right
Yeah,
there.
no.
in Washington, like there's certain like Yakima. There's a lot of Mexican folks in Yakima.
That's crazy.
Those are the
dope.
ambitious ones.
Well, no, they got there's a lot of work. There's a lot of work, a lot of seasonal work and stuff like that. It just is what it is, you know.
But like the trek up there,
Yeah.
you know, just like getting scared that you're gonna get caught. Because like if you get to Laredo, you're like fine. Now you're like establishing your life. But that drive up north,
How far away is Laredo from the border?
it's the border.
Oh, really?
It's
Yeah.
a border town.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like Eagles Pass. Eagles Pass is a border
Yeah.
town to Texas.
So it's not like impressive that you like
make it there.
made it there. Because if you're going up north, you have a lot of chances to get caught. You know,
Yeah.
as you're
You gotta
driving
cross
up
a lot
there.
of state lines.
Yeah.
Can I ask y'all? Are y'all like second generation, first generation? How does that work?
I'm second.
Second?
We're first.
We're
You're first? That's
Yeah.
what's up.
We talk Spanish.
Cool. Nice.
That's a defining characteristic.
Yeah, I don't even talk
I know.
English good.
The light of your eyes just dimmed when I said that. You're like, I have no idea what that means.
No, I know what it means. You speak another language. That's dope. I don't speak shit. I'm just more embarrassed.
But like my kids, they know some and they talk some, but because they're second generation, like their first language is English. Ours is Spanish.
Yeah. Are you more comfortable speaking Spanish or English?
English.
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
But I've been told like when I talk Spanish, I don't sound like a Yankee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I have a good Spanish accent.
My wife's doing Duolingo right now because she works. I'm not gonna say where my wife works.
Probably a good idea.
But yeah, it's
Around a lot of Spanish speaking people, or
Not really. It's weird sometimes. It's Washington. There's not a lot of. It's not a very diverse area where I'm from.
Yeah, my buddy
Olympia. Olympia is funny. There's
so
a lot of gender and like sexuality stuff. Like there's a lot of gay folks, a lot of trans folks and stuff like that. It's a lot of gay folks and trans folks that help me get sober. You know what's weird with comedy and stuff like that? Like I don't mess with that stuff. I don't tell anybody else what to do on stage. But like you'll never hear me do a joke that even smells like a transphobic thing because like those folks really help me out, and I think life's already hard enough for a lot of people. Like, and also I think those jokes are tired and corny because people have been making them jokes forever. So
Yeah.
that's the 3-strike policy. I'm like not funny, cruel, and not funny. So yeah, it's funny watching like edgelord comics bomb doing transphobic shit because they think they're fucking Dave Chappelle, some shit like that. You know,
you get that here
Pop
a
off
lot.
king.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll get that here a lot, especially at RENO'S.
It's
Like,
whatever, dude. Like I don't know. Like I see this shit, and it's kind of. You know what's funny is because I ran this comedy room, right? And like in Olympia, this place is at the bar called the Voyeur. It's like this punk rock bar.
is that where Kurt Cobain died?
No, Kurt Cobain lived in Olympia for a long time. Kurt Cobain killed himself in Seattle, but he lived in Olympia for a long time. And Aberdeen, where he grew up, is about an hour away from Olympia.
I read his book. It was so sad.
Oh yeah, was it Heavier Than Heaven?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a great book.
That's such a
Yeah,
great
so
book.
Aberdeen is an hour away. I used to work at a methadone clinic in Hoquiam, which is a little town next to Aberdeen.
Oh, wow.
It's crazy out there. Grace Harbor County is the poorest county in Washington
And it's
State.
like always raining there.
Yeah,
right?
it rains all the
So
time.
depressing.
Yeah, we get
Pretty high
it's
suicide
cloudy.
rate too now.
Oh, very high suicide rate. Because you gotta remember, like this shit. So honestly, like like they talk about like Pittsburgh and like Ohio, like the Rust Belt, and they had all these factories, and the factories shut down, and there's no work. Washington State, we deal with the same thing, but it's like logging
Lumber.
and fishing
Yeah.
stuff. There's not like we cut down. There's like not as many trees, and then there's laws, and the fish. There's not as many fish as there used to be, and then also like the way we fish and the way we log. It's different now. Like there's a lot of machines now that do it, and this and that. But when I did that show at the Voyeur, it was called Vomity, and I hosted it for 3 years. And I'd get comics from out of town. They'd be like, dude, because it was like the crowd there, like there'd be like hella, like every show, there'd be like 5, 6, 7 like trans folks like in watching the show, and they'd ask me, they'd be like, "Oh, like what joke should I avoid?" I'm like, if I was you, I wouldn't do any transphobic shit. Yep. And they'd be like, why? Is that like, am I not supposed to do that? I'm like, no, you might get your ass kicked. Like, they might fuck you up. Yeah. Which is like, I think that a lot of times is the best way to deal with it. So, like, have natural consequences. No, not like violence.
Violence
just
is
like
the answer.
Well, I think a lot of folks that are on that shit, I think they act the way they do, and they can be extremely cruel because they think there's not going to be any consequence.
100% agree with you.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, if I came in here, and I know it's vastly different, I'm not comparing these two identities, but like, if I came into Dallas last night and I'm at RENO'S and I was like, you know what? Like, I don't really like Mexicans. And I was serious about that shit. Yeah. That's fucked up because I'm in your fucking house. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's that shit where, like, if you're in a space where there's like, you know, like, it's hard for gay folks and trans folks to fucking feel comfortable, especially trans folks, because that's why the suicide rate's so high, is because they don't feel fucking accepted, you know? And then to have somebody double down on some dumb shit just because they think for a fucking laugh, you know?
That deserves a smack in the face. I'm so sorry. What the hell?
And I know, and here's the thing, I'm not telling comics that they should, what they should or shouldn't do, but like, before you talk about some shit, like, understand it. And also, like, instead of talking about other people's shit, talk about your own shit. Fucking learn who you are. Learn who you are, accept yourself, and then that audience will accept you. Yeah. These comics go up there and they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this. I got this great idea. I can't tell people I can't wait to tell people what I think about blah, 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 blah. And like, nobody gives a shit what you think about shit. Yeah. Because nobody knows who you are. Like, I go up on stage and I'm like, yeah, I used to smoke meth and I don't anymore. And I like fat women. And, and I pretend.
I really appreciated that, by the way. Thank you so much. I felt really like...
I know, and I love making fun of skinny women because they're not used to it and they don't know what to do. It's funny watching fucking smoke comes out of their ears. It's amazing. Yeah, and the smoke smells like lavender because they're skinny.
I was standing next to Jasenia last night, and I was like...
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not... When I say I'm not telling comics, like, what to do or what not to do, but I'm saying that if you want to make it in this industry, like, that edgelord shit is not going to work anymore. It's fucking done. There are 40 comics waiting to get on Kill Tony right now, and they think they have the best transphobic joke you've ever heard. But the thing is, those jokes, everybody's already heard them. It's been done. It's been done. It's been done for years. I listened to the same shit when I was locked up. I used to talk about that same shit when I was locked up. Eddie Murphy was doing that shit back in the day. Andy was having sex with trans women at the same time. So, yeah. Remember that? You ever hear about that? Yeah. Well, shout out Eddie Murphy. Sorry, bro. I don't want no problems. I think you're a cool guy. I don't know. I got to be careful what I'm talking about with this.
That was amazing. I think we found our clip.
Yeah. Wait, don't use that one. But I don't care if it's on there.
Oh God, that was funny.
You know what I gotta do? I gotta drive to Houston.
Yeah, dude. Well, yeah. Just to end this off, can you plug anything?
Shows, anything you got coming on?
Your podcast?
Nope, this is the last thing I'm ever gonna do. Hey. Sorry, Houston. I'm flying home. I'm gonna get a job making love to different fat women all over the country. No,
an untapped market.
I'm only gonna make love to one fat woman, and that's my wife.
Hell yeah.
No, Sam Miller Comedy on Facebook. That's where I've had my most success. Sam Miller Comedian on Instagram. Sam Miller Comedian on TikTok. SamMillerComedy.com. My album Round Trip is on Amazon, iTunes, everywhere. You can also get vinyl. You can order. I'm on Stand Up Records, the best comedy record label in the world. They're out of Minneapolis. It's dope. And yeah, that's it.
Awesome. Well, we're going to buy the next paycheck because I'm out. We're going to buy the vinyl so that we could put on our wall in the back on my next paycheck because I'm out of money. But we got shirts. We got your merch last night.
I love that shit. And thanks for supporting. And hey, and I know I said that before, you did a great job and you should be proud.
Thank you.
And I told the owners there last night the same thing. And I told them, I made sure they knew that you didn't ask me to say that, but I told them that. keep working hard, keep doing those door deals versus. That's what we want now. We want to know there's a guarantee because that's the buy-in, a room, and then whatever percentage of the door,
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you again for doing this, man.
Yeah,
Really
you
appreciate it.
Thank you again for coming on our podcast. Guys, this is Sam Miller.
Let me do this real quick.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
All right.
Go ahead.
Now you get authentic shit.
You better not say anything bad about it.
He's gonna say something bad.
Still no.
I don't really like it. I like so much stuff. I like so much stuff. I like so much Mexican stuff. I just don't. This isn't really my thing. I know, and I'm sorry. I want to lie.
You should have just lied.
No.
Comedians lie, I thought.
Well, we got the
I've
white.
never lied.
We got the white people options right here. So you're on.
Yeah, we wanted to make sure you were
Those
comfortable.
look good. Wait, let me try another bite.
I hate you so much. How dare you?
It's different for different people, man.
I'm just not used to it. It's not bad. It's just like it's
You
not
need
like,
a Dunkin' and coffee.
Oh boy.
No. You're so white. Yeah,
This is-
that's why.
yeah.
This is the weirdest thing that's ever happened in my living room.
Oh no!
It's a little different.
Wait,
Right?
the fucking coffee sets it off. Let's fucking go.
Stop.
The inner Mexican lady in me. Oh, sorry, I'm not on the mic. It is. I'm not even lying. The coffee.
For real?
For fucking real. It's good. Look at me. I'm not lying to you. Okay?
Yay.
I only almost cried twice this podcast. Dude, dipping this, Okay. What are these called?
Conchas.
What they say.
Seashells.
It's Spanish for seashell.
So it ties into your seagulls.
Seagulls. Seashells. Seashore. Mexican.
And that's a wrap. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week. We'll see you later. Bye.
Thank you, Sam.
Sam.